Hey guys, it's Melanie. Happy Thursday. Welcome back. I hope your day is off to a great start. In today's video, I'm giving you guys an update on my perimenopause journey. I'm uploading today's video today because it kind of ties in with yesterday's video, which was addressing my hair loss. If you didn't watch yesterday's video, it was essentially just kind of talking about my hair regrowth journey. I lost a bunch of hair last year because of my perimenopause symptoms, but I also had a pretty severe iron deficiency. So, but if you are also losing your hair because of your perimenopause symptoms, check that video out. I've had some really great success with all of the products that I've been using. And anyway, but today's video, I want to share this with you guys because everything is fresh in my memory right now from my doctor's appointment yesterday. So I will put a link to some of my earlier perimenopause update videos in the description box down below. If you kind of want to get caught up on the whole journey, check those out after this video. Today, I specifically want to tell you guys about my, well, what I thought was going to be a biopsy on the lump that showed up in my mammogram last fall. Okay. I have to say I'm a little flustered and frustrated today by yesterday's appointment because I really thought I was going in for a completely different type of appointment than what it turned into. And I'm very frustrated with my primary care physician. And I have to tell you that up until yesterday, I have absolutely adored my primary care physician, and I still think she is a wonderful doctor in a lot of different ways, but we are not seeing eye to eye on some things that I'm interested in trying. And I feel like she's trying to thwart me on all of the things that I'm trying to do to meet her requirements to try to get on HRT. So let me just go back a little ways here. So I had that abnormal mammogram last fall, and after the abnormal mammogram, my doctor contacted me right away and said, hey, we found an abnormality. I need you to go get an ultrasound this week. You know, go to this hospital, have it done, and then they will send me the results, and then we'll talk further. You know, go have that done. So in January, because it takes such a long time to get appointments, I love healthcare in the US. I know there are a lot of people that will complain about healthcare in their countries as well. And yes, there is much in life to complain about, I know, but it can be really frustrating here. I'm especially frustrated because we pay out of pocket for our health insurance. Craig is self-employed, and like we pay $1,500 a month out of pocket just for our insurance for the three of us. And it takes forever to like do anything. So I had the ultrasound back in January, and the radiologist came into the room after he read the initial results. Like as the technician was doing the ultrasound, he was in another room immediately receiving the images and was reviewing them. So about 15 minutes after the ultrasound was completed, he came into the room and was like, hey, honestly, you've had a breast reduction. The likelihood of this just being scar tissue it's so high. Like, I'm positive that this is just scar tissue, but I will defer to your primary care doctor. I'm going to send the results to her, and you two can discuss from there what to do. But typical for the insurance system that I am under, my insurance is through a hospital system in the area here. What we recommend for the grade of lump that we're seeing in your breast is every 6 months you will have an ultrasound, and you will also do your yearly mammograms on top of it. And so that's 2 years. For 2 years, it is ultrasounds every 6 months, and then in addition, again, the mammograms. And I was like, 2 years, okay. And it wasn't until I stepped foot out of the hospital that I was like, oh no, she's not going to prescribe me HRT. Like, I just knew before she even had the chance to call me after she received the results, I just knew that she was not going to prescribe the HRT. She's very conservative when it comes to prescribing HRT to begin with. My doctor has the mentality that she wants her patients to be on it for the shortest amount of time possible, and no more than 10 years total. No more than 10 years total. This is just how she feels about it. Every doctor is different. And this is really what I'm learning now, especially after yesterday's appointment. So she called me and she said, listen, I'm not going to be able to prescribe you HRT. I need you to go through with these 2 years of ultrasounds. And she said, how do you feel about that? And I was like, honestly, like, I'm disappointed. You know, all of the things that we have tried to do to treat the perimenopause symptoms, because we've tried a lot to treat the symptoms, it's just not working. I really want to try HRT. And she was like, I know you do, but let's do these 2 years of ultrasounds and then we'll see where we're at. Well, if we go by that, then I'll be 47 when, before I can possibly get on HRT. I'm 45 now. And I was like, okay, well, that's a bummer to me. I'm not gonna lie, I'm disappointed. And she was like, okay, well, I can see about a biopsy, possibly. And I said, yes. Can I get a biopsy? If I do the biopsy, do I still have to do the ultrasounds? No. If the biopsy comes back and it's clear that it is not cancerous or precancerous, then we can discuss further. And I said, I want a biopsy. And she was like, okay, it's really not recommended for the type of, you know, lump that you have, but I'll see what I can do. So I don't hear from her for a while. And after about a month and a half, I get a phone call from a clinic that says, hi, your insurance approved you to, you know, have a biopsy. This is the doctor that your primary care physician wanted you to see. So we are calling to schedule the appointment. Well, of course they're scheduled out. So I just had the appointment yesterday, March, what was it, 7th? I think it was. No, May. It is May. It's not March anymore. I think they called in March. So May 7th, I'm sitting at the doctor's office with Craig. I took Craig with me because, again, I was under the impression that I was going to this appointment for a biopsy, and I figured, if I don't feel super great afterwards, Craig can drive me home, right? And also, you know, like, maybe he can come with me and hold my hand during the procedure. I wasn't super excited about the biopsy. It doesn't sound like a good time, even though they numb you up and whatnot, right? So anyway, we get to the doctor's office. We're sitting there, doctor comes in, and, you know, I'm in my little gown. But as we're sitting there in the room, I'm looking around and I'm thinking, this doesn't look like a biopsy room. Like, there's nothing in this room that would like help a physician do a biopsy, right? Also, I knew that if they were gonna do a biopsy, that it was probably gonna be done via ultrasound. That's like in research, because I research everything. In researching biopsies, that's typically how they do them, especially for the type of lump that I have, right? So I'm looking around and I'm thinking, oh, okay, so there's no ultrasound machine in here. There's no big needles to like stick into my boob to take this biopsy. Maybe it'll take me to a different room. Craig was like, I don't know, sure, that sounds right. So the doctor comes in, and, you know, she does an exam, you know, she's looking around, she's like, I can't really feel the lump, but it is definitely really deep in there. I've reviewed all of your imaging, I've reviewed all of your information from your physician, and you know, I'm just kind of curious about why you're here for a surgical consult, though. The type of lump that you have is a grade 3, and we don't typically do consults unless you're between like a grade 4 and 5. In fact, under or on the back of this little understanding breast biopsy leaflet that she gave me, she drew this handy little graph for me that showed me where I was, which was at a grade 3. Which means I have somewhere between a 3 to 5% chance of this lump being either precancerous or cancerous. So pretty low risk, still a risk, but not the type of grade where it would call for a surgical biopsy, which is why this doctor thought I was there. And she was like, you know, if you were a grade 4, which puts you at a 20% risk of precancerous or cancerous results, you know, then she might send you here. If you're a 5, absolutely, you should be here. Like, you should have probably been here a while ago. But I don't understand why you're here for a surgical consult. And I was like, that's a very good question. I don't know why I am here for a surgical. I thought I was here for a biopsy. And she goes, no, I don't do biopsies. A radiologist would perform a biopsy on you. And she looked back through the paperwork that my doctor sent her, and she goes, yeah, I know your doctor very well, and I don't know why she sent you here. You guys, I was livid. I was pissed. Honestly, I was so upset because I specifically asked for a biopsy. And so she put this through. I think what I'm gathering she's trying to do is to basically just kind of like prolong me being able to get on HRT. That's honestly what it feels like at this point. And based on the doctor's like perplexed, you know, like, what are you doing here? Look, I kind of gather that she thinks she might be doing the same thing. So the doctor told me, listen, I'm not going to do a surgical biopsy on you. This particular lump that you have, I'm fairly certain. I've looked at the imaging myself. I've read the radiologist reports. It has been reviewed by a couple of different radiologists. They said the same thing. This is probably nothing. You know, I think it would be good for you to have a biopsy, obviously, but I don't think you need a surgical biopsy. And she said, it seems like you are not really seeing eye to eye with your doctor right now on this journey. And she actually told me, I think you should go see a gynecologist. My doctor is actually quite well versed on a lot of, like, you know, perimenopause stuff and menopause stuff. She sees a lot of women in her office for both. You know, and even the specialist that I went to see said that she's a very good, you know, physician overall, but that she is very conservative when it comes to HRT. And if this is something that I want, you know, like, she will not give you HRT until, you know, like, the potential for cancer is completely ruled out. And she said, it is within your rights as a patient to seek a second opinion. And I think at this point, because of how things have been going and, you know, what you've shared with me in terms of the appointments that you've had with her, I think you need to see a different physician to get a second opinion. That second physician might say the exact same thing that this doctor is saying, but all doctors kind of have a different approach. And you need to find the doctor that is going to listen to you and, you know, will help you make the most informed decision for what you want to do for your body. And so I agree with her. I think at this point, I will still see my primary care for all of the other things. I will see her for the earaches. I will see her for, you know, if I get the flu. I will see her, you know, if I have an ingrown toenail or something like that. But I think when it comes to the other part, especially around the HRT, I think I need to seek a second opinion at this point. I hate that because up until like that appointment yesterday, I've never had a single bad thing to say about my doctor. She's always been very kind. She's always been very generous with her time. My doctor appointments sometimes can go like 45 minutes. Like, this clinic that I go to isn't super busy. It's actually why I picked this particular clinic. And it just has a reputation for the doctors that are there just being able to spend extra time with patients. It's why I take Stella there. It's why I go there. I really appreciate the extra time that these physicians are able to, you know, give to patients like me. But I just don't think that for this particular thing that we are a good fit for each other. Listen, I do know and understand all of the risks that come along with HRT. There have been several people here who have told me, do not do HRT. It's not worth any of the risks. And, you know, you have shared horror stories about people that you know. There are other people on here who have said HRT has been the best thing that has ever happened to me. I mean, it's really like, you know, all... There's so many different stories you guys have shared. And I just think for me personally, the research that I have done, I feel confident in at least trying HRT. I don't know if it's going to be the ultimate solution for me, to be perfectly honest. I have no idea. But I at least want to be able to try it. I have not felt well for a number of years now, and I really want to get back to feeling a little bit more normal. I feel like every day of my life is a struggle in one way or another, and I think a lot of it has to do with a lot of these symptoms that I'm experiencing from the hormonal changes in my body. The hormonal changes, they are coming on hard, they are coming on fast, and it has been hard. And I just want some relief. I have not found relief from any of the things that she has prescribed to me to treat the symptoms. So I want to do something else. So this is why I am currently heading down this path of trying to meet all these different requirements that my doctor has, that my insurance has. I'm trying to like do all the things that I'm supposed to, but it seems like every step of the way, there's just these setbacks. And you know, there's also that part of me that's like, oh, maybe there's setbacks because you're not supposed to be on HRT. You know how you can like make up things in your head, you know, when you're frustrated and you're trying to figure out like solutions for things, and you're just kind of grasping and trying everything and nothing seems to be working out. So, you know, I'm trying to not build up all these conspiracy theories in my head about her, you know, trying to like thwart my, you know, HRT journey here, but it's hard not to, especially after that appointment yesterday, and the fact that even the doctor was confused about why I was there. I really thought when I woke up yesterday that I was going to have a biopsy, but it didn't happen. And so the next step is, she basically said, look, what I think the best game plan for you is to, one, find a gynecologist. It's going to take you a few months to do that within the system that we're in here. So I'm going to start that process this weekend. I'm going to see who's accepting patients that is under my insurance plan. I'm going to research those doctors, see if I can find reviews or whatever for these physicians, and try to land on one and see if I can get in. But I have my second ultrasound due in the beginning of July. So that will see if the lump has changed with regard to the ultrasound at least. So she said, have that ultrasound, try to get in with a gynecologist. You know, by the time that you do the ultrasound, you know, maybe your appointment will be not soon after, and you can have those results sent over to your new gynecologist and see how that person feels and get that second opinion. So, you know, she kept reiterating, she was like, I really respect your doctor. I think she's a wonderful physician, but I don't think you two have, the same goals here in terms of, you know, what you want to try and what she's comfortable prescribing you. And so you're going to have to resolve that. So anyway, that's where I'm at, you guys. I'm super annoyed. I'm honestly the first time that I've ever had anything bad to say about my doctor, but it really does feel like she's trying to like throw these wrenches into me trying to do the things that she wants me to do to get the like ultimate, you know, result of is this lump something or is it nothing? If it's nothing, I would really like to try HRT. Even if it doesn't work out, I just want the opportunity to be able to try it. You know, and like I was ready to put the needle in my boob, take the sample, send it off. I will wait until the results come back, obviously, but just please do that. That's what I thought I was here for. So yeah, I'm annoyed, I'm irritated, I'm frustrated. and I'm still not feeling like my best. Am I feeling okay these days? Yeah. Honestly, I would say the last couple of weeks have been okay, but it's part of that roller coaster ride. There are days where I feel fine, but then there are like 2-3 days in a row where I just feel like hot garbage. And like, I'm just so tired of all these symptoms. I'm tired of the insomnia from time to time. I'm tired of the hot flashes from time to time. I'm tired of my ears itching constantly. I'm tired of my periods just being so heavy, and the pain. Like, I've never dealt with that before. Like, there's just a whole, the nausea. Oh, the nausea is driving me wild. I'm just ready for relief from all that. And so, but I still have more hurdles, I guess, to jump over before I figure out how to like solve all these problems for myself. So that's where I'm at. Raise your hand if your doctor is trying to throw a wrench in your life plans. No, she's a good person, but I think I'm just frustrated. So anyway, let me know where you're at with your journey. I'm always curious about how you guys are doing as well. I know a lot of you have been following this journey along with me, and I've just really enjoyed reading a lot of your comments about the things that you have done to find relief. So let me know in the comments down below where you're at. If you're interested in following along on this fun little roller coaster of mine, make sure that you're subscribed. Let me know if you have any questions, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care. Toodaloo.